Warm Glens. My last proper video was posted in March of last year, and now it's October 2023. This video is about my current progression and what I have learned about boxing with more experience and my venture out in the coaching world. First, I'll go into my progression. And as you can see on my channel, I have several shots of me hitting the heavy bag before I actually started uploading shots of new pad work or new sparring footage. And this is because of my decision to stop properly training, as boxing did not fit into my schedule. However, during this time I did put on muscle and tried to maintain my boxing essentials such as footwork, form and good habits. Sometime halfway through the academic year, I did start back properly training around 3 times a week. And describing my progress during this time is difficult, as my cardio wasn't good as before and my habits did get worse. So even though my boxing IQ got better, I started to get back in shape and train my body to get rid of these bad habits. Compared to my exponential increase in skill from before, this time around it seemed a lot more difficult to get better. It almost seemed like I hit a plateau. For context, when I started out, I was training 3 to 5 times a week and going gym almost every day as well. So my fitness was good and my body in general was developing proper muscle. During these new training sessions, I would be tested every day with a new intensity to the training I had before. I thought I had seen all the different exercises my coach had for me, but I was wrong. At the end of every single session, I would be dead for the entire day. These training sessions consisted of hard, heavy bag work, new footwork drills, pads, and the most brutal bodyweight exercises you can imagine. The way to see how much I did improve would be on the days I would spar. During the start of my training, I only sparred my coach, and initially, because of my new size and understanding of boxing, I thought I had the upper hand. But because of my bad habits and lack of creativities in my combinations, my coach was able to figure out my patterns easily and get the better of me in sparring. But that's not surprising. He is a lot more skilled than me. And of course, during sparring, he has given me pointers to only get better. After a few months, my coach brought me to the boxing gym where I could spar other people and gain some more experience fighting different fighters. This was a turning point for me, as one day there was a fighter that my coach trained that had been training for less time than me, and even though my coach said I was better in every department of boxing, this fighter would always get the better of me. It always played out as me landing more shots in the first round and using my footwork to avoid his shots, but as the rounds went on, his pressure would increase and I would get hit a lot. After one sparring session, where I had to take a knee after being hit so many times with no more cardio left in the tank, I saw how many flaws I had in my game, and the training session I had with my coach straight after that. No words were exchanged, but we both knew what I needed to do to get better. Training from this point forward was more intense and was focused on building good habits while I would be exhausted. For example, I would have to do rounds on the bag with little rest in between, and for a second, if I were to drop my hands, my coach would hit me in my face. Even if I didn't drop my hands, he would still try to hit me to make sure I would be defensively responsible. After looking back on the time I spent training until now, I could say I improved a lot, mainly with my IQ. In my previous video, I stated I wanted to be a pressure fighter like Lomachenko. I wanted to counter every punch my opponent threw and hit shots from different angles. But as I am now, I fight a lot with my jab and stick more on the outside, and then when I see an opening, I shoot my backhand or go to the body. I am definitely more of an outside fighter than in, although sometimes I do like to stand in the pocket and trade shots. My coaching venture started a couple months before I started training again, as coaching always seemed fun to me. I wanted to test the knowledge I had and see if I could apply it to someone and actually teach them how to box. Initially, I was teaching my close friend, and I put him through similar workouts I went through when I started. I gave him combinations on pads that helped me build rhythm, that helped me build form, that helped me build confidence. I'm happy to say that this worked out the same for him, as I could see his improvements day by day with better form, power, confidence, cardio, and speed. I even sparred with him a few times, and I was impressed with what I was able to do for him. Also because he was dedicated and understood the information I gave to him. Although I don't really have too much experience, coaching opened my eyes to how different people learn and how diverse their strengths and weaknesses are. My time as a boxing coach allowed me to witness the incredible power of dedication and hard work. I've learned that effective coaching is not just about teaching techniques, but also about motivating and instilling confidence in each individual. It's been a rewarding experience that has enriched my understanding of both the sport and human nature. And what's next for me is to keep coaching, as there isn't anywhere for me to train unless I'm shadowboxing in my dome. So I hope you enjoyed. Later.